lot of times we're trying to redeem things that God will never redeem. And so we end up in bondage, trying to redeem something that's cursed. And ye in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest you make yourselves accursed, when you take of the accursed thing and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. An entire nation can be cursed because of one demonic object that God said destroy that we tried to redeem. If you see something like an idol, that's something that's not redeemable. God doesn't want you to worship idols, so that's something that needs to be destroyed. Some of you, you're getting literally, physically and emotionally and mentally and spiritually delivered because you got rid of something physical. One are tarot cards. If I can pray for oil and the oil will become blessed, don't you think that the devil can pray over something and make it cursed? Some of you have played with Ouija boards, and Ouija boards are irredeemable. Why? Because these kinds of boards and every variation of it is used to conjure the demonic. Another thing that's irredeemable are spell books. Words have power. God created the universe with words, His words. And then He made us in His image, and He said, hey, life and death are in the power of the tongue. So if you curse something, it'll die. If you bless something, it'll live. But here's the blessing. You can't curse what God has blessed, and you can't bless what God has cursed. Other things that God might tell you, if you read Joshua 7, this guy took clothes. Clothes can be cursed. Some of you have particular garments, and when you wear it, you feel a certain way, and you don't know why. Last week we talked about bracelets and different kinds of amulets and things that are charmed. Your clothes are no different. And God wrought or worked special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them. The devil's a copycat. Anything God does, he wants to do. What makes it blessed or cursed is the person behind it. Did you bless that or did you curse that? Because as we are used of God as vessels, the devil has children too. Can they be redeemed and be children of God? Yes. People are redeemable. People are not to be thrown away. And people are not to be looked down on as if I'm better than you. Because the only difference between you and that person is Jesus. Our righteousness qualifies us for hell. His righteousness qualifies us for His kingdom and for heaven. I'm going to use a random object, a basketball. And you came to the Lord and your life is now redeemed. If you don't break the curse on that basketball, there's still a curse attached to it. And it's going to come into where you are. Think of it like rotten fruit. When it comes into a batch of good fruit, the whole batch becomes rotten. That's why you feel hindered in your walk with God and you don't know why. And now you're walking with the Lord, you're redeemed, but it doesn't mean everything about you is redeemed. Everything around you also needs to be redeemed or reclaimed for the Lord. Because until those things are reclaimed, they still belong to who you last gave them to. Whatever you have, give it fully to the Lord.